Breaking news from South Florida, a massive gas explosion shattering parts of a shopping center, leaving at least 21 people injured. Right now, firefighters are still searching for possibly more victims. Hello and welcome to a brand new hour inside America's news headquarters. I'm Mike Emanuel, sitting in for Eric Shawn.
I'm Arthel Neville. Broken glass and debris seen scattered everywhere after several stores were destroyed from the powerful blast. It happened in the city of Plantation, which is just outside of Fort Lauderdale, and that is where we find Phil Keating. Phil.
Hi, Arthel. About 100 yards behind me is what appears to be the epicenter of the explosion. Still not officially confirmed by the fire investigators as a natural gas pipe explosion, but it certainly, by all appearances, seems to be. Take a look at the parking lot here. Again, 100 yards in all directions around this area, littered with debris, shrapnel from buildings, broken glass, walls, rooftops, and then off in the distance, that red structure that appears to be where a pizza restaurant was that had been not open for the past year. That seems to have the most debris damage. There's tons of stores in this parking lot. Imagine on an early Saturday morning and taking a look from the helicopter shots, you really get a good sense of how big this explosion was. But there's like an LA Fitness next door. There's a couple of banks. There's multiple restaurants and clothing stores and department stores. So on a Saturday just before noon, this was a very busy strip mall. And what's unbelievably amazing to many down here who have seen all of this damage is that nobody died in this. A total of 21 people were injured, 2 of them serious injuries, and one of the wounded was a child, but the child was a very minor injury. And all of the injuries are basically what you would see, according to the fire investigators, as what you would see in an explosion, basically. So flying debris all over the place, shrapnel hitting your body. All of those people were immediately taken to local hospitals. The secondary search has not shown any people that were still trapped in any of the buildings, and even the initial search did not show anybody trapped by debris. So they think everybody actually got out and got out alive. And here is what the deputy fire chief here in Plantation told us a couple hours ago.
When we arrived, we found patients scattered all about the debris area. I'm going to say we're relieved. We're very much relieved that, considering the debris field and considering how we found the patients and where we found them, the injuries are not as severe as we would have thought they would be. So we're very thankful for that.
So there's a very large number of firefighters and police officers from all over Broward County, as well as Miami-Dade County, here on the scene. It's still closed off to the public. It is an active investigative scene. They're not calling it a crime scene. However, just in case it was not a natural gas explosion and something more criminal, which they have not determined, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms is also on the scene, as well as the state of Florida fire marshal. So a lot of questions still unanswered as to the specific cause of this explosion, what triggered it, whether it was malicious or whether it was just a bad accident in an abandoned fire or pizza place on the scene behind me. But all of the businesses are closed down. They will remain closed all weekend. All of the electricity is shut down. All of the natural gas pipelines have been secured. And again, it's not good for people who live out here in western Broward County, because this is a major artery, University Drive, on which this strip mall is located. But everyone very relieved and thankful that nobody died. From what witnesses told me, they thought it was a bomb. They were scared. Arthel?
I can only imagine, and you're right. Thank goodness no one was hurt. No one died in that.